Hi, welcome aboard. Well, we've had copious quantities of liquid sunshine on the Gold Coast this week, and whilst it represents good spring rain and makes things grow, it's not necessarily that comfortable when it's running down your back, and it's prevented us from shooting the promised segment on the signature 460R. Now, we still have the boat. As soon as the weather tidies itself up, we will be shooting it and bringing it to you. But don't despair. This is one of the most interesting shows we've had to air in recent months. In a minute, Spinksy will be getting on the Brisbane River in a prawn trawler at night in the rain with some absolutely beautiful pictures shot by our ace cameraman Greg Bentley, and I'll be along a little later to continue our two-part series on the fabulous G-Force stabiliser. We'll have all of our usual content. Get set for a truly great show.
Well, I've often been intrigued how the other half of us make a living. For most of us, work means 9 till 5, 5 days a week, carrying out the normal type of duties. But not here. I'm on board a prawn trawler. It's 2 a.m. in the morning. I'm with skipper Pat Dennis. We'll be looking at his career and the art of prawn trawling. It's an amazing business. So, Pat, what inspires somebody to become a prawn trawler skipper?
Oh, I suppose it's freedom. It's a bit of a challenge too, because you've got to find the prawns, know where to go and what to do. So there's the challenge part of it. And you're out here, you're not stuck in the office with the traffic, so to speak. You're out in the fresh open air. Yeah.
Have you ever done a 9 till 5 job?
I'm an acupuncturist by trade.
All right.
And although I've been trawling for 12 years on and off, I had a practice, and 12 months ago just sold the practice and got back into the fishing. Yeah.
And how do you cope with the irregular hours?
Yeah, when the season's on and the prawns are there, you've got to go, and sometimes you might only get 2 or 3 hours sleep if you're lucky. Yeah, that can be hard, but then on the other part, like around this time, it's just a nice little morning shift, from say 2 a.m. till 9 o'clock. So, yeah, it evens out, And then when things are slack, it's time to slip the boat and do all the maintenance. Yeah, it's all right.
So how do you make a start to become a prawn trawler fisherman?
You have to spend 2 years as a deckhand, have a logbook, put in the time. Then you go through a TAFE college course to be a fisherman, or a fisher person, as they are now. And virtually that's it. Then you buy a licensed fishing vessel or work one. You're away.
And you come out, 5 nights a week in season, or?
Yeah, the beam trawlers they don't work on the weekends. So it's from 6 p.m. Sunday night till 6 p.m. Friday afternoon. You can work all the time in between then. And then it's a case of picking the tides, and the moon, and just the right time in between then. You can't sort of set your hours. You can't say I'll start at 5 and 9 and finish at 5, You really got to work the tides, so to speak.
And how does the family cope with it?
Well, most of my family's grown up now, so it's no great drama. Yeah, it'd be hard on a young family person, but at least with the beam trawlers I can duck home. With the bay trawlers and the ocean trawlers, well, they're out for either a week at a time or 3 to 6 months for the big boys up north.
And so would you recommend it as a career?
Yes, but you have to, well, you have to be fairly well motivated. It doesn't suit everybody, of course, because it is hard work and long hours. But yeah, I love it.
And a good earn if everything's on side?
Oh yeah, yeah. When the prawns are on, you can earn well. This is just the beginning of the season now, around September. So we start up the river, prawns start up, and then we work our way down. So around Christmas, it'll be right down near Fisherman's Island, across from Luggage Point out to Cooper's Channel there, and that's where the bulk of the prawning will be done. There's also other rivers, the Pine, Tingulba Creek, the Logan River, so prawning's done in all of those places.
And what's regarded as a good night's catch?
Oh, 400 kilos, yeah, 400 kilos would be a good night's catch, yeah.
Well, it's now about 7:30 a.m. in the morning. I'm cold, it's been raining, my feet are wet and I'm hungry. But Pat the skipper here assures me that life being a prawn trawler fisherman is better than being an acupuncturist. Is that right, Pat?
Well, it has its moments. I assure you there are better days today, you know, but yeah, it has its moments.
So now I assume you're off for some breakfast. What happens to all the prawns?
Well, we'll unload the prawns up at Markwell's Wholesale Bait, and that's where they're processed, put into packets and sold as bait.
Okay, well I'm going to go and have some breakfast, change into something a little more comfortable and drier, and we'll catch up with all the action in the prawn room.